Hello and welcome to episode 42 of The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky the Third. I'm Project Aurora. As always, you can follow me on my Twitch at twitch.tv/Project Aurora, and you can also join the community Discord should you ever just want to talk or interact and stuff like that. And it's a nice community. Anyways, in the previous episode, we completed the door for Legendary Angler Estelle, which was the final sun door, and the last minigame that we had to play was a lot of fun. Very silly. I think I've done all the doors now, so this door should open.
善は一、一は善。善は一から起こり、そしてまた。
Yep, I've done it. This door is gonna open now. In we go. Final star door.
ここに記憶のかけらと祝福を与えん。
I shall grant to you a memory fragment and my blessing. The Glorious? Oh no, this is the Libra art. Oh wow. This is the ending of the second game, or near the ending of the second game. Sail and the Bobcat. And the Glory. Blue Blanc and Walter. No Luciola.
おい、ブルブラン。
Hey, Blue Blanc.
黙ってねえでなんか言えや。
Don't just stand there. Say something.
そういう君こそ
Why should I be the one to break the silence?
この光景の前にはいかなる言葉も無力だろう。
Words have no meaning in the face of such a splendorous sight.
ただ恐れ打ちのめされるだけさ。
All there is for us to do is be overwhelmed and awed by the spectacle before us.
結局他の連中は戻ってきやがらなかったか。
The others still haven't come back either.
しまらねえ話だな。おい。
Kinda crummy ending to this whole shtick, huh?
レンはすでにこの空域から離脱したようだ。
Ren left the city and has since departed this region.
ルシオラは行方不明だが、我らが心配しても仕方あるまい。
Luciola is missing, but no good can come from us fretting for her safety.
別に心配はしちゃいねえさ。
Oh, no worries on that
た
front.
だ、死なすにはちょいと惜しい女だからな。
Just think it'd be a waste for a woman like her to die so early.
せいぜい無駄死にしてないよう祈るだけさ。
So, you know, here's hoping she didn't lose her life for nothing.
同感だ。
I quite agree.
ただ、レーベについてはおそらく望みはなかろう。
As for Lo, I fear the odds of him making it out alive are non-existent.
ああ、
Yeah.
こんなことならとっととやり合っておけばよかったぜ。
Damn it, if I'd known this was gonna happen, I would have finally made him fight me.
やろう。いつも理由をつけて手合わせを避けやがったからな。
He was always finding excuses to get out of it.
我らとは違い、彼には明確な目的があったからな。
Well, unlike us, he had a clear and specific purpose for taking part in all this.
しかもどうやらその目的は達せられたようだ。
And looks like he may well have been able to achieve it at that.
今頃満足していることだろう。
Though he met his end, I have an inkling that he, at least, is satisfied by the ending to this story.
祭りの後。
Hard to believe it's all over. Gilbert?
なんだあれ
What?
なんなんだよあれは
What's happening?
だってあの浮遊都市を使ってリベールを支配するんだろ
I thought we were going to use that floating city to rule Libero.
それどころか大陸全土まで
Then we were going to use it to rule the whole continent.
これじゃ話が違うじゃないか
So why is this happening? This wasn't supposed to happen.
いや待てよ
Wait,
考えてみれば僕が勝手にそう思っていただけでそんなことは一言も
did anyone ever actually say we were gonna do that? Or was I just thinking it on my own? I was, wasn't I?
うわーもう嫌だ
I hate my life.
あいつらには逃げられるわカンパネルラ様にはいじめられるわ
All I seem to do is get humiliated by them and abused by Lord Campanella lately.
おまけにこんなわけのわからない結果になって
And then to top it all off, this happens?
僕は
I...
僕たちは今まで何をやらされてたんだよ
Just what have we all been doing? Oh, good old Campanella the Fool. By far the most mysterious member of Ouroboros that we know so far.
カンパネルラ様
Lord Campanella,
ご無事でしたか
I'm relieved to see you're well, sir.
ご苦労様だね。
The same to you, fine gentleman.
でもこんな時までお仕事なんてさすがに真面目すぎるんじゃない？
I'm thoroughly impressed with your work ethic. It takes guts to dedicate yourselves to your duty even at a time like this.
いやー、外はすごいよ。
You should see what's happening outside. It's a sight to see, you know?
何百万ミラ積んだって見られるような光景じゃない。
All the mirror in the world couldn't buy you tickets to see a show this incredible.
まだ間に合うと思うから、君たちも見物してきたらどう？
You're not too late to check out the show if you head out now. Why not go take a peek? I won't tattle.
めっそうもありません
We couldn't possibly.
そういうわけには
We wouldn't dream of abandoning our post without permission.
条件付けされた君たちには難しい話だったか。
I suppose you wouldn't after the training you've been through?
まあいいや。そこ通してくれる？
Well, no matter. Now, mind letting me
ちょ
inside?
っと野暮用で聖堂に用があってね。
I've got something I need to take care of in the sanctuary, you see. Sir?
ですがいかにカンパネルラ様といえど教授の許可なしには
But we've been ordered not to let anyone inside without the professor's permission. Even you, Lord Campanella.
ああ、教授なら死んだから。
He's as dead as you'll be if you won't let me through. I don't think even I can get a dead man's permission. Now can I? There's definitely a typo there. Anyways, he's as dead as you'll be. What?
まさか
But that's just not
あ
possible.
れ？僕の言うことが
Oh
デタ
dear.
ラメだとでも？
Is my word worth that little to you?
ふーん。
I'm hurt.
よし。なら君たちにも ギルバート君みたいな楽しい思いをさせてあげるよ。
Maybe I should have a little fun with you like I always do with darling Gilbert.
そうすれば僕の言うことも信じてくれるようになると思うし。
That might make you a little more inclined to have more faith in me.
いや、
We weren't.
そんな気遣いをされずとも最初から信じておりますから。
We never once doubted your word, so you need not trouble yourself on our
な
behalf.
らとっとと外の見物にでも行ってくるといい。
That's lovely to hear. Well then, why don't you go outside and watch the show like I suggested?
君たちに警備を命じた人間はもういないんだからさ。
You're under no obligation to guard this place now that the man who ordered you to do so is no more.
そうさせていただきます。
Gladly, sir.
それではごゆっくり。
Good luck with your business, sir.
これで彼らも用済みか。
They may have served their purpose now, but it seems a terrible waste to steal their memories and toss them out like garbage.
まあ記憶を奪って放り出すのももったいないから舞台ごと僕が引き取ろうかな。
Maybe I should put them under my command.
Huh. さすがに外の雑音もこの中までは聞こえてこないか。
Even all the noise going on outside can't reach this far inside the ship by the looks of it.
まあそうでなくちゃ役目は果たせないんだけどね。
Just as well, I couldn't fulfill my role otherwise.
Access.
Requesting access.
執行者ナンバー0道化師カンパネルラ。
I, Enforcer Number 0, Campanella the Fool.
蛇の使徒第3中ゲオルグ・ワイスマンに代わり精神の前の立ち入りを申請する。
Hereby request access to the celestial globe in pace of the third Angus, Georg Wiseman. Celestial globe.
待ちかねましたよ。
We've been waiting for you.
皆さんお揃いみたいだね。
Already here, I see. One of those didn't light up.
しかしまさか白面が滅びるとは。
Oh, fifth Angus. I certainly never envisioned that the faceless would perish.
どうやら古巣で老い倒しすぎたみたいね。
Poor thing. All the trouble he caused his old friends finally caught up with him.
ねえカンパネルラ、彼はどんな死に方だったの？
So, how exactly did he die? I'm simply dying to know. Oh, I wish you could have seen it.
それが傑作でね。頭のてっぺんからつま先まで全部塩にされちゃったんだ。
The poor fellow was turned completely to salt from the top of his head to the tips of his toes.
それで最後は粉々に砕け散っちゃった。
Then it all came crumbling down into itty bitty pieces.
まあ、ゾクゾクしてしまうわね。
Oh my, what a chilling way to go.
ああ、私もその場にいられればよかった。
I do wish I could have been there to witness it for myself.
塩の杭ノーザンブリアに出現した得意点の産物だね。
So he fell victim to the result of that singularity in North Ambria, did he?
はあ、この目で実物を確かめたかったところだが。
I would have loved to have seen the real thing when it first appeared. Okay, so we've heard the fifth, the second, and the sixth voice so far. The second is a woman, it seems like.
ああ、しかし意外だ
And the
な。
fourth. Who would have seen that coming?
あの抜け目ない御人がそんな隙を見せちまうとはね。
That guy never seemed to let his guard down even for a second.
おそらく相手は守護騎士の一人であろう。
I imagine it was the work of a Dominion.
それも今まで不在とされた第5位に違いあるまい。
Almost certainly the fifth, the position everyone previously believed to be vacant.
なるほどね。だからこそ隙が生じたか。
Oh right, guess that explains why he screwed up. So we've heard the second, the fourth, the fifth, and the sixth now.
そいつなんて名前なんだ？
So what's the fifth Dominion's name then?
ケビン・グラハム。
Kevin Graham.
かのカーネリアに学び、下方狩りを名乗っている。
He calls himself the Heretic Hunter, and he studied under the one and only Carnelia.
いろいろと歪んでいて楽しそうなお兄さんだったよ。
Seemed like a real riot too, twisted in all the right places.
カーネリアの
He studied under Carnelia now?
なんだかますます興味をそそられてしまうわね。
Now I'm even more interested in him.
おいおい深淵の。
You've got to be kidding me, Abyss. Oh, so the second is called Abyss. And that's interesting because that area that we explored in the where, you know, the Tempest Palm and stuff was, where Star Door 15 was, is the Abyss. So I wonder if here in Phantasma the second Anguisse is there, but I could be wrong. We'll see. She seems to know Carnelia. You've got to be kidding me, Abyss. Or it's Rufina herself. No, Rufina's dead.
あれほど熱を上げていたレオンハルトが死んだってのに、もう次の男あさりかよ。
After how into Leonhardt you were, you're not even gonna mourn his loss for more than a second before setting your eyes on a new guy? Or...
あら、心外ね。
Oh my, you've got me all
こ
wrong.
れでもレオンのことはちゃんと悲しんでいるのだから。
I assure you that I'm mourning Leon's death in my own way.
とうとう最後まで振り向いてもらえなかったから余計に忘れられそうもないわね。
He's not a man I'll likely ever forget, especially as I could never get him to show even the slightest hint of interest in me to the very end.
そうですね。
Ah, and there's the seventh. Indeed. Okay, so another
良
woman.
き剣士であったのに本当に惜しいことをしました。
He truly was a skilled swordsman. His loss will be keenly felt.
確かにレギオンの中でも貴公と剣で渡り合えたのは彼くらいであったか。
He was the only one among the enforcers who was able to cross blades with you, I believe.
ええ。よく無理を言って稽古に付き合ってもらいました。
Certainly of those I have fought against, I often asked him to humor me with my training. So the seventh Anguisse is a swordswoman. And now you can actually see on the pillars there's labels on them, so that's I think that's 7 right there. Behind Campanella, who was
い
right.
ずれは私を上回る剣士となったやもしれません。
I always felt as though there was a chance he may surpass me as a swordsman one day.
そう考えると本当に惜しい。
It makes knowing he lost his life before having a chance that much more difficult to bear.
別に問題はないだろう。
In my opinion, the loss of the Blade Lord isn't all that significant when you look at the bigger picture.
戦力全体における損失は極めて軽微。
A tiny, predictable loss in our overall combat capabilities.
今後の影響を考えると、殲滅天使の方が大問題さ。
Now, the loss of the Angel of Slaughter will have much more of a long-term impact.
あの嬢ちゃんか。
Oh, the chick with the scythe?
ずいぶん混乱してたようだが、果たして戻ってくるのかね。
I wonder if she'll come back in the end. She seemed pretty confused.
まあそれは彼女次第でしょう。
Ah, there's the first one. We hadn't heard the first one yet. That's a decision for her and her alone to make.
我々は彼らの上位にあるが彼らの行動までは制限できない。
We may be above them in the Ouroboros hierarchy, but that doesn't give us the right to order them around.
それが掟です。
That is the way of the society.
でもね
But still,
博士、私たちもゴルディアス級の重要性は理解しているつもりです。
Professor, all of us here are well aware of the importance of the Gordius series.
ですがこれはあの方が決めた掟なのです。
But this is a law decided by the Grand Master.
その意味はお分かりでしょう？
Surely you are aware of what that means? 6-1 might not stay in line. He seems like he might go on a whim to go after Rin, but we'll see.
教授の漆黒の坊やへの執着は少々度が過ぎていた気もするけど。
You only need to look at Wiseman's obsession with that black-haired boy to see what can come from being too fixated on someone.
そう。そしてそれが彼を滅ぼすきっかけとなったのも事実。
Indeed, that very obsession proved to be his undoing. So there's 7 Angus in total?
そうでしょう、カンパネルラ。
Isn't that right, Campanella?
確かにヨシュアにこだわりすぎたのは敗因の一つかもね。
You could definitely argue it was one of the factors that led to his failure. Yes.
あのケビン君にもそのあたりを狙われたみたいだし。
Kevin seemed like he was trying to use it to his advantage too.
はいはいわかったよ
Alright, I'll drop the issue.
でもまあ私だって13工房を預かる身だからね
But know that as long as the 13 factories are in my care, the Gordius series will be of unparalleled importance to me.
ゴルディアス級の運用状況を確認する意味でも監視は続けさせてもらうよ
So I'll be keeping an eye on her from here on to observe how well the one she has is functioning.
ええ、それはお任せします。
Certainly, we'll leave that to you.
それより皆さん、そろそろ降臨なされますよ。
I believe we've talked for long enough. The time has come for the Grand Master's advent.
そうか
Is that so?
ドキドキしてしまうわね。
How thrilling. The Grand Master.
みんな揃っているようですね。
I see you have all gathered.
は、
Yes, Grand Master.
第3中を除きまして全員揃いましてございます。
With the exception of the 3rd Angus, all are present and accounted for.
ご苦労。
I see. Very good.
カンパネルラも我が代理としての見届け役大義でありました。
You deserve my thanks for observing all that transpired as my representative, Campanella.
恐れ入ります。
I'm pleased to hear as much, Grand Master.
すでに福音計画の顛末はご存知かとは思いますが、
I imagine you're already aware of what transpired during the gospel plan, even without me relaying the details.
最も重要な役目を果たさせていただきます。
But allow me to fulfill my most important duty. Oh my.
それが
So that's
7の四方が1オーリオールか
that's the Oriole. So it's not gone after all.
空の司法
Thank
確
you.
かに受け取りました。しかし支払われた代償はあまりに大きい。
If only the price we paid to obtain it weren't so great.
ワイスマン、そしてレオンハルト。
Wiseman, Leonhardt.
いえ、それだけではなく計画にまつわるすべての犠牲も。
To say nothing of the countless other sacrifices, both human and otherwise, that arose through this plan.
すべての責はこの私にあります。
I and I alone bear responsibility for each and every one of them.
滅相もありません。
That is simply not true.
どうかご自分をお責めにならないでください。
Please do not place the burden of blame upon yourself.
白面殿の死は自業自得というものでしょう。
The Faceless alone was at fault for his death?
もし責められるならば、彼を諌めもせずに感化してきた我々使徒全員のはずですわ。
But if anyone should take the blame, it's we Anguis who chose to overlook his behavior rather than steer him back on the right track.
いいえ、この事態を私は半ば想定していたのです。
No, I half expected that this is what would happen.
それでも私は全ての決定を彼に委ねました。
Yet I chose to leave all of the decisions in his hand.
それが世界にとって必要と判断したがゆえに。
I did so because I believe that to be necessary for this world, but nonetheless,
ですから全ての責は私にあるのです。
the blame is unequivocally mine.
霊主よ。
Oh, Grand Master,
なぜオミはそこまで。
why must you blame yourself so? They seem pretty fixated on her.
この後しかるべき揺れ戻しが起きることが予想されますが、
There will inevitably be a reaction to what has happened in time.
おそらくその件に関しては教会が動くことになりましょう。
But I imagine the church will act regarding that.
彼らに任せておきなさい。
Let us leave the matter to them.
承知しました。
As you wish.
少し気になりますが、御心のままにいたしますよ。
I must admit that my curiosity is piqued, but it shall be as you desire.
して我々はこの後どう動くといたしましょうか。
In that case, what should all of us do now?
西方の鐘は鳴らされ、第一の名約は解かれました。
The bells in the west have rang, and the first pact applies no more.
今この時をもってオルフェウス最終計画が一致、福音計画の完了と。
I hereby proclaim the completion of the first phase of the Orpheus final plan, the gospel plan.
そして次なる段階、減塩計画の始動を宣言します。
And the initiation of its second phase, the Phantasmal Blaze plan. Phantasmal Blaze.
ほう。
Very well.
はは。どうかお任せあれ。
Leave everything to us.
我ら蛇の使徒一同
We, your loyal Anguis,
大いなるメッシュの御心に沿うべく。
in accordance with your wishes,
これより全身全霊をもって計画遂行に着手いたします。
now fully devote ourselves to the execution of your plan. Who is she?
減塩計画、いよいよ始動というわけか。
It's time for the Phantasmal Blaze plan to begin, huh?
仕込みは十分。規模と完成度は福音計画の比じゃないはずだ。
The stage is set, and at the very least, it's going to utterly dwarf the gospel plan in terms of both quality and scale.
これは面白くなりそうだな。
Things are finally about to get interesting.
ところでさ、
By the way,
僕も人のことはとやかく言えないんだけど。
I might be the last person you want to hear this from, but
誰だか知らないけど、覗き見はそのくらいにしたら？
would you mind stopping the whole peeping in thing, mysterious stranger? Side story, Phantasmal Blaze, finished. Achievement, starry-eyed, complete, and received a brilliant crown and 30k Mira. Very interesting. He broke the fourth wall there, or maybe that was happening right then. Huh. Fourth wall break? I wonder if that was relevant. Alright. Let's go back and go to Hermit's Garden. And switch out my party here. Who was I about to level? Oh, just that. Alright. And with that, I think that's going to conclude this episode of The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky the Third. This one's a bit shorter because I don't see any reason to just record me grinding and leveling. I'm not sure if that's content you guys would enjoy. But if that's something that you want to see in the future while I'm just, grinding and talking or whatever, then, just let me know in the comments or something otherwise. In any case, I'm going to go ahead and get these characters some levels, and then we'll proceed with the final episode once I have time. Thank you so much, and have a great one. You be safe, stay hydrated, take care. Until next time, friends.